Hi, this is Hema Vajivasu, and welcome to part 2 of the Dairy Industries ERP. And in this video, we are going to talk about certain important and significant challenges in this industry and solutions for that. So we can call it a problem solution framework. Let's begin. The first challenge that I'd like to put in here is the inconsistent yield from raw milk to final product. Traditionally, yield tracking starts at the farm with manual tests, fat, protein, temperature, and it continues through the processing stages with a lot of guesswork. Quality checks happen at each stage, but the data gets siloed, often resulting in incomplete tracking of how milk is progressing. At the farm level, yield varies with feed, cattle health, and environmental conditions, but there's no easy way to predict how that will affect final input. So the issue with this conventional method is that it's hard to predict output per liter of raw milk because the variables are constantly shifting, making it difficult to align prediction and forecasting. Plus, manual tracking can't pick up on the nuances of batch level deviations too. One batch may have a higher yield than expected, but without the right tools, you're left reacting to problems rather than anticipating them. So, how does ERP solve this? ERP solves this by tracking every aspect of the yield, from the moment milk arrives all the way through the processing stages. By capturing data at each step, it helps spot yield discrepancies early before they become cost issues. It provides valuable supplier performance insights too. So you can track and improve farm level consistency, and you can also make better decisions based on how each supplier performs. And the best part is that you can also optimize production planning by factoring in historical yield data, minimizing waste, and maximizing efficiency. So, the next challenge that I'd like to talk about here is the varying freshness requirements by different customers that you deal with. Conventionally, when it comes to dairy, you've got customers with different freshness needs. Some want same day delivery of fresh milk, while others are after aged cheese or cultured products. Managing these traditionally often Managing these orders traditionally often means manually checking inventory, matching to customer needs, and figuring out how to store and route products. But when you're handling mixed loads or multiple product types, it's a logistical nightmare. So, what is the issue with this conventional method? It is the amount of effort that requires to control the freshness of each item. Each product type has its own shelf life and storage needs. You might need to rush a fresh batch of milk to one customer while holding an aged cheese batch for another. With manual systems, it's easy to miss the mark, whether that's delivering a product that's past its peak or not meeting a customer's specific freshness requirements. Plus, routing becomes more complex when you've got mixed orders with different delivery windows. So, how does ERP solve this? ERP steps in by tracking product age and shelf life in real time, so it knows exactly when each batch was made and when it needs to move. It automatically matches customer orders with the right inventory, ensuring the freshest products are sent out first and flags items nearing expiration for priority fulfillment. On the logistics side, ERP optimizes routing based on delivery windows and freshness needs too, making sure products get to the right place at the right time. So the result is that you can actually reduce spoilage, you can improve customer satisfaction, and there's no more scrambling to meet freshness standards. And the next important challenge is the traceability. Yes. So traceability is non-negotiable in dairy. From the farm to the final carton, every step has to be documented, especially with increasing regulatory pressure. Traditionally, manual logs and paper records have been the norm, but this approach struggles when it comes to tracking multi step processes like separation, blending, and batching. And don't even get me started on mixed lots and bulk tanks because, man, those are just super complex. They make it nearly impossible to pinpoint where ingredients come from, and that's a big problem when it comes to quality issues or recalls. So, what is the issue with the conventional method of this? So, let's say in the event of a quality issue, tracking a batch back to its origins can take hours or even days. With manual tracking, you're not getting real time visibility into what's happening across the supply chain, and that puts you at a risk for compliance failures and lost time. Furthermore, during a recall, it's difficult to pinpoint exactly which batches or customers need to be notified without a clear trail of where ingredients came from or where it went to. So, ERP simplifies traceability by tracking every input and output at the lot, batch, and process stage. From raw milk to finished goods, you've got visibility at every touch point. Even in cases of blended batches, ERP maintains links back to the original ingredients, so you can trace every item down to the cow it came from. In the event of a recall or quality issue, ERP provides instant lookup and audit reports, enabling fast, accurate identification of affected batches and ensuring compliance every time. Alright, next up we have compliance, which is one of the most significant parts when it comes to the food and beverage industry. And in dairy industry, traditionally, meeting standards like FDA, CFIA, and others meant a lot of manual tracking. Each batch, every step, sanitation logs, it's all on paper or in multiple systems, making audits a challenge. Plus, labeling rules may vary by product, region, and customer, so it's hard to keep track of what's required when. So the issue with this particular conventional method is that manual tracking is actually very time consuming and error prone. Missing documentation can lead to serious consequences like fines, recalls, and even the loss of contracts. And with frequent audits, it's easy to get caught up in scrambling to find the right records, especially when it comes to critical control points like critical control points and sanitation logs. It's just too much to manage without a streamlined system. So how do you think ERP helps here? ERP captures critical control points and sanitation logs in real time, automatically documenting what you need for compliance right when it happens. It ensures accurate compliance by product. It ensures that the labeling is compliant by product, by destination, and by customer, so you're never caught off guard by changes in regulations. Audits become a breeze too. ERP automates documentation for inspections, and if any records or certifications are missing, it will alert the team right away. Finally, ERP centralizes all your compliance data, making it accessible across facilities and processes, reducing the risk of fines, recalls, and contract losses. And the next is cold chain optimization, which is again one of the very significant and important parts when it comes to most of the business types under food and beverage industry. So when we take the dairy industry, conventionally, cold chain management has always been a critical part of dairy logistics, and it is true to this date. Products like milk, yogurt, and butter each have specific temperature needs that need to be tightly coordinated from production through to delivery. And traditionally, manual routing is used, but it doesn't factor in the chilling points or truck's capacity to handle different temperature zones at once. There's often a lack of visibility during transit, which increases the risk of spoilage and late deliveries. So the problem with this conventional method is that if chilling stations aren't properly coordinated or if a truck is not optimized for the right temperature zone, you run the risk of reducing product shelf life. And delays at chilling stations and manual routing create inefficiencies, leading to higher spoilage, increased fuel costs, and late deliveries. Without real time visibility, you're left guessing whether products are staying at the right temperature during transit or if it will have the right um, time window before they reach expiry, and everything becomes guesswork here. So when you have ERP installed, it solves this by scheduling chilling points based on batch timing and delivery windows, ensuring your products stay fresh. It tracks temperature requirements by product, whether during loading or in transit, giving you full control over the cold chain. And the system suggests optimal truck loads, taking into account route efficiency, temperature zones, and the product's shelf life, so you're not sending products that are at risk of spoilage. With ERP, route planning integrates with chilling station availability, improving truck utilization while reducing spoilage, fuel costs, and this significantly reduces a lot of manual work and guesswork here, making sure that your products stay fresh even when they go through a lot of transit. Right. Now we saw the important challenges like we discussed and how ERP can actually help reduce those challenges. Now let's see how ERP can actually streamline your entire supply chain. So optimize distribution and delivery. ERP makes your distribution and delivery smarter. And it helps you plan the best routes considering factors like inventory, order priority, and delivery timeframes. So you're not only saving time on the expiration of products, but you're also saving on fuel costs and also ensuring that your products reach your customers on time every time. And then your operations can be streamlined. With ERP, everything is more connected. It brings all your operations like orders, inventory, sales, production under one roof and no more hopping between different systems. There are companies who use different systems, let's say Salesforce for their CRM and QuickBooks for their accounting and different spreadsheets for tracking different product templates and different product items. So this actually creates disconnect between all of your operations, and an ERP integrates it to make your business run smoothly and faster. And everything with less manual work and fewer mistakes. And then your accounting and financial management. On the financial side, ERP keeps everything in sync. It automatically updates your sales, purchases, and inventory into your accounting system. So you've got up to the minute financial reporting. No more digging through spreadsheets to track margins or expenses. And then your sales and order management. When it comes to sales and order management, ERP has your back. As I mentioned, it integrates all of your systems together. It automatically handles orders, checks stock levels, and schedules deliveries, ensuring you don't miss a beat. Plus, it's flexible. So it can cater to specific customer needs like delivery workflows or packaging, and it can also help you manage your compliance better. And then automation and efficiency. ERP cuts down on all that manual work by automating the routine tasks. That means your team can focus on more important things and you will see fewer mistakes and quicker turnaround times. And then formula management, which is one of the key factors when it comes to food and beverage industry. And for dairy, formula management is key. ERP helps you track all your formulas to keep your product quality consistent. Plus, if you need to make adjustments to any of your products or any updates, it's all in one place, ensuring that every batch meets your standards. I hope this gives you a clear idea of how ERP can run through your business at every level in your supply chain. So in the next video, we are going to cover what are the best software options for a dairy industry, the pricing and implementation timelines, and I'd love for you guys to watch that one. I'm attaching that video in the description below. So if you're someone who's looking to scale your business with ERP, or if you'd like to explore different ERP options and how you can leverage them for your business, please feel free to click the link in the description to book a free consultation with us, and we'd love to talk with you about your business. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our latest updates. Let's build smarter systems together. Thank you.